It'd be funny to do a baby clap. Might do that. Just let's be funny. Do a baby clap. What's the point? All right, here we go. Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Johnny. Welcome. This is what I would call an ASO short. ASO's the pod I do called Another City Opinion Podcast. But it's been some time since I've put an episode out. 2 episodes are currently out. If you watch it on the Coach Capsule YouTube. Go check the first 2 episodes out. It's been some time, so I'm trying to get back to putting some new content out. So, all right. ASO is brought to you. ASO is brought to you by Culture Capsule, sponsored by Don's LLC. I also do the OSA. That's also something you can watch on the Culture Capsule YouTube. Follow Coach Capsule IG page. Follow the OSA IG page. The OSA is 2 seasons, a total of 64 episodes on YouTube. So if you haven't watched, please watch. Comment, subscribe, like. Also, with the OSA, it's something we do. We try to create some interactions with our viewers. So if you can, whenever you feel free, and it's something you feel like hasn't been discussed on any sports shows or any sports things that you watch, send us a question and we will cover it on the OSA. Cover it on the OSA. But yeah, back to ASO. This is an ASO short, so it's not what I call a full official episode. I call this a 0.5. As I previously stated, there's been 2 episodes. Been some time, obviously been doing stuff with the scratch that. It's Culture Capsule. And if anybody who watched this has any ideas and want to work with us, write us on the Culture Capsule official IG page, DM us. You got some ideas. We're willing to work, create some new content, because that's what Coach Capsule trying to do. Just create new content for for all things. We're not specifically sticking to one thing. We're trying to do everything. So trying to create our own lane and trying to you have an idea, or idea you trying to work, hit us up and you can make something happen. Oh, it's I'm doing that. Promoted it. But again, get back on track. I've been slacking on this. I legit been slacking. So with this short, I'm not gonna say what I'm just recap on wanted to promote Coach Capsule, OSA, promote all the stuff that we're doing over on Coach Capsule. Just want to promote that. Also, since it's been a while, stuff that's taken place in between ASO. ASO is basically a pod that covers everything. That's basically part of the culture. That everything. The ASO covers much, everything. Talk about it in detail, basically in the first episode. So if you watch that, I break down me and my co-host, Risa. Again, everything has to do with the culture, entertainment, all that, all that good stuff. I cover it. Popular things that hit trend social media. If it's worth it, a discussion, discuss it, and also, but yeah, again, watch the very first episode of the ASO, and it's breaking down. It's breaking down. It lets you be known. I just want to get into the short, get to it, get this out, then we can start, putting these episodes out weekly again, like some new stuff, a little alternative to OSA, even though shout out to my OSA brothers, we do our thing. Well, you know, talk sport, but from time to time we dabble with other conversations, and even though OSA is a sports broadcast, but we do dabble with other conversations. You know, we just let the conversations carry. You know, we're just regular guys trying to do our thing. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Shit, there's a lot of shit that's happened since, since the last time I put an episode out, but recently, boom, I hit you with something current, talk about something Rolling Loud took place this weekend. I watched a good portion of those performances, a lot of dope performances. I feel like everyone who did was at Rolling Loud did their thing. A lot of dope. I think the Ciroc stage was probably out of all the things, Ciroc, Audiomat, Drip. Forgot what the fourth stage was called. I think the Ciroc stage was the best stage. Everybody has their opinion, but I think the Ciroc stage, the closer for Ciroc was, I believe, Post Malone. I don't remember the closers for each, but I think the Ciroc stage had it. One of my favorite performances of the weekend was T-Keith's. T-Keith's performance was dope. I feel like, he didn't have to do much. He just came out and the crowd went crazy and it was really vibing with him. So that's what made the performance so dope, is the fact that the way he had the crowd going crazy, he wasn't real, he wasn't doing nothing too much, playing his records, and it shows, especially the old records still have a crazy impact since when he first dropped them. The impact is just as crazy now that he plays them now, but had a whole bunch of all the fans going crazy. It's probably one of the only performances I've seen they really was going to stop the show because they had people climbing up shit they wasn't supposed to be climbing. So in my opinion, that was one of the top three performances of of Rolling Loud. Everybody had, the Baby's performance was dope. I seen Rick Ross performance. I like Rick Ross. Uzi, there's controversy with Uzi performance due to the fact that, the stream was blocked, but on YouTube you might find bits and pieces of the performances and watch that. Travis also shit was crazy. He always doing some extravagant. His stage was a little different compared to everybody else. He was just on top of some shit. Shit looked crazy. But it was fire though. Definitely fire though. He also had the fans going crazy. I watched a couple more performances, but overall, I could say, shit, a lot of motherfuckers out. And also, this is the Miami Rolling Loud. I know it takes place different places, and it'll be in New York in October. So for those who are gonna catch that, weather ain't gonna be as good as it was in Miami, but still gonna be a dope show. Oh shit. The reason why we record things, since the last recorded episode, New York's officially back, basically back to business. It's open, We record, how we record also OSA, and we record ASO. We found, pandemic way with Zoom shit. But New York is open and back to business. Everything, for the most part, most states is going. A lot of people getting the vaccinations. But with all that being said, unfortunately, I don't know how this works. I'm just reading articles, but the COVID numbers seem to be on the rise. And, there seems to be a hefty blame put upon the people who are unvaccinated. You're vaccinated or unvaccinated, and follow rules and stay safe. Also cool. I'm unvaccinated. I don't plan on getting vaccinated, but I don't want to deter anybody from not getting vaccinated. If you feel that makes you safe, go ahead, go get vaccinated. I've played this whole pandemic safe. I've I haven't caught anything, but I've played it safe. Always mask on, social distance. Keep that Purell on deck. But it's different. It's different for everyone. But I wish everyone safety. But supposedly the numbers is going up. Even so, as I'm recording this today, I read that even fully vaccinated people, they're about to mandate that everyone has to wear their masks again because there's different variants going on. So every time we think pandemics dead and over with, some other shit happens. I wish everyone the best, and hopefully, I don't know, shit, I don't know if we'll ever go back to normal, but my prediction is at least by early 2022, mid 2022, we be past this. But honestly, they saying the numbers is that also reaching numbers like how it was in the beginning before the vaccination. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, but again, wish everyone the best. Stay safe. Even I know it's summertime, weather's good. Keep social distancing and keep that mask around, and also try with that Purell. Kill those germs early. Music. Yes. Oh, I'm not. There's been a lot of dope music has dropped since. A lot of dope music has dropped since the last film. There's some dope projects. J. Cole dropped since the last film. His album was fire. He also dropped the documentary, which was dope in build up of his album. Uh, DMX Posthumous album dropped. I know in the first two episodes we covered passing of the late great DMX, but his album dropped since I last put the episode out. For those who haven't, check it out. Musically, Lil Baby and Dirk dropped a project, The Voice of the Heroes. The Heroes. I'm fucking it up. I think it's The Voice of the Heroes. I was right. The Voice of the Heroes. The Voice Heroes drop. What else? What else was drop? Another Pop Smoke album drop. That was more recent. Oh, we had who else? Who else? What other albums dropped? Another album I've been waiting for a project from an artist I've listened to almost a good portion of my life. Lloyd Banks, he finally dropped the project after a a couple of years of just chilling, living his life, doing what he wants to do. He finally dropped the project. I know I was getting the project to talk about, but I'm a big Banks fan. That shit was dope. I was rocking with it heavy. Migos, Polo G. Yeah, it was a lot of music since episode 2 of the ASL. So, a lot of music for all types of fans. Probably a couple of projects I missed that people I listen to, but I probably missed. But enough music for everybody to listen to, and all types of varieties. Everybody has their different, tunes, and some people listen to everything and just listen to certain shit for certain moods of the day. So music for so far for 2021, I think there's been a lot of good music out. So it's enough good music out for everyone to listen to and enjoy. So 2020 so far, Just July, halfway through the year, has been a lot of dope music, a lot of dope. So music has been doing its thing. Hey, well, that's it. 2021 movies starting to make a little comeback. It had to ride on the success of states and places opening back up before they could, increase crowds. But movies are slowly making a comeback. I know people enjoy the streaming streams. I watched a couple movies on HBO Max. HBO Max. Warner Brothers said they were going to release all their movies slated for this year through HBO Max. So for the most part, whatever came out through that, I streamed it on HBO Max. I paid the early access premiere for Black Widow on Disney Plus. Contemplated going to the movies for that, but I was like, I might wait. Still, I know everything's going back up. I might wait a little bit longer before I finally make my return. I haven't been to the movies since like 2019. So, but probably wait. Black Widow is dope. Black Widow definitely had the best opening weekend of all movies in 2021. I think it grossed 80 million in the first weekend. Um, First movie to cross the 100 mil threshold, I believe, was Quiet Place 2. So showing you some good numbers. What else? Oh, Fast 9. Fast 9. I haven't seen Fast 9 yet. I have to check it out. Oh, I feel like sometimes they do too much in that series, but I've been a fan, been watching, they first dropped their first movie, so I gotta check it out. But also, Fast 9 had a good, solid opening weekend, and it's doing numbers. I think also cracked the 100 million threshold for gross. So yeah, movies for making a comeback. What was it, about a week or two ago? Oh, Space Jam had also a good opening weekend. Even though it was streamed also on HBO Max, I'm pretty sure. But it's still, I think, still a good portion of people still went out with their families to watch Space Jam, New Legacy. But yeah, movies slowly making a comeback. So country slowly making a comeback to slowly making a comeback. But with all these new numbers, I don't know how long this comeback is gonna last and halt things because we didn't get a Marvel movie since 2020, and Black Widow was the first Marvel movie we got. I'm hoping the pandemic slows down and doesn't cause other movies to get pushed back. But these numbers rising up, who knows? So it's something to look out for. But yeah, movies is making their way back. And speaking of Marvel, yeah, I cut this part. Speaking of Marvel, if you haven't watched it, let's quick talk about Loki and changed the game. So it's just making all the want for all these new movies to come out more interesting. The future shows also, but the way Loki done changed the game for the whole MCU is like, hope end up going back on any lockdowns and stuff. I'm trying to see everything, I want everything to be released, but safety first. But Loki definitely changed the game. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you watch it. If you're a fan of the MCU, check it out. I ain't gonna spoil it. I know the finale was probably like a week, two ago. Spoilers is all over social media, but still also check it out. It's just dope. I like how the finale was and how it's gonna be. The show probably to me out of all the shows, each show had their own changing thing, but I feel like that was like the main game changer compared to Falcon and Winter Soldier. Obviously, that end also has impact to the MCU. Also, if those who don't watch it, that show's been out, but I won't spoil anything. The ending of that show also had implications for future Marvel movies, and obviously, WandaVision had also its impact. But in my opinion, I feel like other two shows had more. The endings to the other two shows had more. Was going to have a more impact ending compared to WandaVision, because WandaVision story is supposed to continue on Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. So obviously, then that movie probably going to have its own impact on MCU. So, but compared to the other two, the impact to their finales, I felt like was more impactful on what we're going to be seeing throughout the MCU. Worst case scenario, I'll put that to verses. There's been some dope verses since we last recorded. You know, there's been some dope verses that have taken place. One of the more funny and entertaining ones was Bow Wow, Soldier Boy. They had a dope, entertaining one. Also, like, what was it? Probably a week and some change ago, not 2 weeks. The Locks versus Dipset was announced, so you already know for all my New Yorkers that verse is gonna be crazy. It's probably gonna be, and they're doing it at the Garden, so you know that verse is gonna probably be also New York Body's probably dopest verses of all the ones that have taken place so far. There's been some very good ones that I've enjoyed, but I think Locks, Dipset at the Garden, I don't see anything topping that. Out of all the verses that have taken place, well, Gucci and Jeezy was crazy. But that was a crazy verses, but yeah, Locks, Dipset, Garden, August 3rd. Yeah, I don't. Like again, bias in me. Yeah, I think that verse is gonna be one of the craziest verses. It's gonna be a joy to watch. Definitely be tuning in, and you know, for those who want who trying to go to the Garden, catch that verses. I'm put that. Seems like damn. Um. Oh, seems like 50 can't miss. For those of you who haven't seen, Raising Kanan debuted last week. There's 2 episodes in, and I'm not gonna lie, 50 can't miss. I feel like all the power shows, the OG Power, Power Book 2, then there's Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Obviously, for those who watched the original Power and finished it, you know what Kanan's character turns out to be. But the way I like how they're setting up how he gets there, the origin of how he gets there, and also watching it, I feel like with Raising Kanan, it's sprinkled in a little of 50's origin story. I could see like 50 mix some of his origin story with Kanan, but 50 can't miss. Definitely those first episodes is dope, and also shit. I think after the first episode, it was stars renewed Raising Kanan for season 2 after the first episode, which I feel like out of all the shows I watched, I feel like that's probably other shows done it after like the first episode, but this is not the first time 50's dropped a show like within like the first 2, 3 episodes, the show gets renewed for a whole new season. So I feel like that's a dope accolade that he has. But yeah, for some, he just can't miss. And then BMF is dropping in September, so that's another show that's probably gonna be crazy. And then I think because 50 had, you know, not fake B, but had he was hyping up the cast, going back and forth between Power Book 2 and Power Book 3. Obviously, they're all cool, but friendly competition. That's the word, friendly competition. So, and I think the star, Michael Ray Jr. mentioned that Power Book 2 season 2 will be out in November. So, 50 got these shows coming out strong. Again, 50 can't miss. 50 doing this thing. Um, oh, this is how we're going. You know, it's funny. Something that currently that also happened. What's something I missed out? Also, oh, that was funny situation. Oh, scratch all that. Oh, this is how we ended. Something also with the ASO I cover is popular conspiracy theories and conspiracies in general. You know, that's something that's always brought up good conversation. Sometimes people take a little to the extreme, but I always felt, talking conspiracy theories was, a dope conversation. But it's a dope conversation because realistically, a lot of shit that in conspiracy sound logical. It's like, dang, shit makes so much sense, but shit gotta get covered up. But what's interesting? A very popular theory, especially growing up, something you hear was weather control. Oh, conspiracy theories to this. So that obviously there's talks of a specific machine that can control the weather, but basically that the government controls the weather. So I'm saying that because a couple of days ago, Dubai, government Dubai used drones to create rain. So at first I thought they just dumped water on people because it was like it's so hot. Like they just took some shit and just dumped the water to make it look like it was raining. But you know what's funny? They use these drones to create an electric charge, which went into the sky and caused rain to come out the clouds. So they really altered the weather. So it was supposed to be a sunny day. They used these drones to alter the weather. So basically, for those who've been saying it for years and thought, been told it was crazy, I believe you could say Dubai confirms there's technology in the world that could be used to control weather. So it's like obviously it's so hot. They have some hot temperatures, but it's like damn, it's gonna be so hot that let's make it rain today. So that's like the epitome of just controlling the weather. Just in case, they come out and say that's not really what they're doing, but that's basically what it is. Oh, it's gonna be a sunny day, no clouds. They are gonna put these drones in the sky, it's too hot. It's not something we're trying to deal with. Boom, these machines go in the sky, and boom, rain and it pours. So it's very interesting. Technology is crazy these days, but people been talking about weather control. What was the first time I heard about weather control? Probably high school, late, middle, like 8th grade, somewhere between 7th and high school when I first heard of that. Somewhere in that range, but interesting stuff. Truth always comes out. But yep, there's drones that help create rain, and it's not even fake rain. It's really actual rain because they put out a charge and clouds come and create rain. So it's not even fake rain. It's legit real rain. So yep, after all these years, weather control somewhat been confirmed by the Dubai government. So it's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So, when it's snowing, Brit, do we blame the government that it's snowing in Brit, or you just blame your location? Because is the government making it snow, or is it just naturally snowing? Who knows? But something you could talk about, and obviously, Dubai, so that you'd be known that there's technology that could cause rain. So I'm pretty sure there's technology that could cause other stuff. But then that goes into the whole conspiracy theories. And for those of you who want to discuss that, discuss that. But very interesting stuff. And that's a wrap. Johnny, the ASO again. If you haven't checked out the first two episodes, this is a short, so it's, like I said in the beginning, it's 0.5. This is the ASO. So